Hey guys, how's it going? It's the Beast is Loose. I am back with you guys to present to you my CSGO betting predictions. New series going on this channel. I'm so psyched about this. Hope you guys are gonna like it. Let's jump right in. Tomorrow, which is May 16th, we have a ton of Gfinity League games, best of twos, which basically means that best of twos, you have a less chance of losing your skin, but you also have a less chance of winning money. So I like to bet on best of twos personally because you have a less chance of losing your stuff. If you have a lower betting inventory, I suggest betting on these best of twos, like I said, because you have a lower chance of losing your stuff. If you have a high inventory, I suggest you either max bet on most of these best of twos, or you bet small for underdogs because that's how these best of twos will get you money. We're going to start off by going with Gfinity League, match number 1, Vox versus Liquid. I honestly think that these percentages should be about 65 Vox, 35 Liquid. And I think this because I don't think Vox can take 2 maps away from Liquid at the moment, at the current state of the game right now. I think that it's possible that Vox can take 2 games away from Liquid if Liquid is having a bad day. This is the first match of the day, so we don't know how either of these teams will be doing. So this is kind of a gamble bet. And I never suggest betting if there's a lot of matches for the day. I never suggest betting on the first couple because you kind of want to see how the teams are doing and different teams are doing, so it'll affect their further matches down. So I suggest skipping this one or putting a low bet on Liquid or a medium bet on Vox. That is my prediction for that. Next, we got Gfinity League match 2, Envious versus Cloud9. These percentages on CSGO Lounge are so skewed, 91-9. It's not going to be anywhere close to that. Cloud9 has a much better chance than just 9% to take 2 maps away from Envious. But I do think that Envious will take 2 maps away from Cloud9. And if they do not take 2 maps away from Cloud9, Cloud9 will definitely not take 2 maps from Envious. So anything you bet on Envious will not get lost. So go ahead, if you have a high inventory, max bet on Envious and see what you can get back. I don't know the odds right now specifically, but you won't get much back. You'll get a little bit back if you max bet. I suggest skipping this if you have a lower inventory. It's not worth getting a 4-cent skin back just to take your $5 item for a while. Next we have Gfinity number 3, Fnatic versus Na'Vi. I think these percentages should be about 70 Fnatic, 30 Na'Vi. Na'Vi, if they're having a good day, this is Na'Vi and Fnatic's both first games of the day. If Na'Vi's having a good day, they can definitely take at least 1 map from Fnatic, and if Fnatic is also having a bad day, Na'Vi can take 2. It's possible. Inventory clearing bet on Na'Vi or medium bet on Fnatic would work here. Next we have Titan versus VP. This should be about 70-30 in VP's favor for the 70. Titan, if they're having an on-point day and VP is off, even though VP has been on a hot streak lately, I'm personally a VP fan. But if Kenny S is hitting his shots and Pasha and Snacks aren't, then Titan can definitely at least take 1 map. I do not think Titan will ever take 2 maps from VP in this scenario. So a medium bet on VP is pretty safe here. You'll either get your skins back or make a little bit of profit. Next we got Vox versus Nip. If Vox is looking really good in this first match up here, it might be worth doing an inventory clearing bet on Vox here. If they're not looking good, these percentages will probably go down to somewhere around 8 and 92 or something like that. And but at that point, it will not be worth betting on Nip unless you max bet. Nip will definitely at least take 1 map away from Vox on this. So Nip is a good bet for this. You won't get much profit back. If you have a low inventory, don't bet. Just skip. If you have a high inventory, max bet Nip. Next we have IMM versus Envious. These percentages are so skewed. IMM has bigger chance than 4% to win it. Even though Envious will at least take 1 map on this. Max bet on Envious if you have it. If you do not have a max bet, no, we have an update for Launch Destroyer. If you cannot max bet, just skip. It's not worth it. You're going to wait for some later matches. If you do have a high inventory, max bet Envious, you might get a tiny bit back. Next is one of the more interesting matches for the day. VP versus Envious. It's about 48-52 right now. I think this is honestly a 50-50. It's a toss-up. It could go either way. If you're one of those bettors that are looking for a risky bet and want to, risk your items, and you might get a good profit, then this is the game for you tomorrow. VP versus Envious. I honestly think that this will go 1-for-1. Envious 1, Nip 1, and it depends on what maps they play, obviously. What gets vetoed and what doesn't. VP's cash has been looking pretty solid lately, but we really don't know what maps will be picked yet. I honestly think that if any team has a chance to take 2 maps out of Envious, it is VP. Like I said earlier, I am a VP fan. Envious can take 2 maps away from VP. This will probably go 1-for-1. Personally, I would take a medium bet on VP or a medium bet on Envious. Do not max bet on either of these teams. And if you have a smaller inventory, go ahead and do a small bet on VP or Envious, whichever you think is better. This is honestly a toss-up. You can see how VP are doing in this match up here. If they're looking really good, go ahead and bet on them here. If Envious aren't looking very good and let IMM get close to them on this map, then don't bet on them here. If you are next match we have is Navi versus Vox, and you can see Navi plays up here and Vox plays 2 games before this. So you can see how Vox is playing and Navi is playing also before these games. If Vox are having a good day and get close to beating Nip and take a map away from them, and Navi get crushed really bad by Fnatic, then you can do a small to medium bet on Vox. And if Navi is looking really good, then go ahead and put a medium to large bet on Navi, because they will at least take 1 match away out of the 2. Next we have a CS Select match in here. So I don't know much about this league, but I can tell you that out of the best of 5, IGG does have the better best of 5 team right now. 22H just isn't in a best of 5 form right now. So if you're going to bet here and know more about this match, I would suggest going IGG. Next match we have is Titan versus Cloud9, another one of the better matches that are going to be tomorrow. I honestly think this is about either 55-45 or 60-40 in favor of Titan. Cloud9 has been looking decent lately, and if Titan is having a bad day, as shown up here against VP, if they're having a really bad day, then go ahead and bet on Cloud9. If Cloud9, like, all these matches are connected, you can, with this Gfinity League tomorrow, you can take the matches. I'll talk about this more at the end, but you can take the matches and basically have a chain of who you're going to bet on, and you might make quite a bit of money tomorrow. Like I was saying, if Cloud9 are looking good, go ahead bet on them. If Titan are looking bad, go ahead bet on Cloud9 too. Probably a small bet. If you have a smaller inventory, I would say go ahead and skip it. It's not worth risking it. Fnatic versus Liquid. If you have a large inventory, max bet Fnatic. If you don't have a large inventory, just skip. Fnatic will most likely take 2 on this. Liquid cannot take a map against Fnatic right now. Fnatic is really good. Nip versus Navi, probably the last good match we have for tomorrow. If Navi, like I said, if Navi is looking good above, then go ahead, bet on Navi. If Nip isn't looking very good, bet on Navi, and the opposite goes for Nip. This will be a good match to do about a medium bet on Nip or a small to medium bet on Navi. If Navi's not looking good, obviously we'll do a large bet on Nip, because Nip can definitely take a map away from Navi. If anything, this match will go 1-on-1, 1-for-1, and you'll just get your skins back. Last match, Immortal versus VP. Not even worth betting on if you have a small inventory. If you have a large inventory, max bet on VP and you'll get a little bit back. Other than that, we'll go ahead and talk about what best of 2s mean and how you should bet during best of 2s. This is advice for the future also. best of twos. When I look at best of twos, I look at the matchup and say let's take our good match for the day, VP versus Envious. Now let's go with Navi versus Vox. When you're looking at a best of two, Navi versus Vox, you want to ask yourself, or a best of two for anyone, you want to ask yourself, can Team A take at least one map from Team B? Are they 99% guaranteed to take at least one map from Team B? If Team A is guaranteed to take at least one map from Team B, then bet on Team A all the way, because you will make money. Because if they go 1-for-1, then you'll just get your skins back. And if they take one map and they end up taking the second map, you'll get a lot of profit from it. And that's how you should look at these best of two matches. Now, this is for all future matches: best of two, best of three, best of one, best of five, whatever. Not specifically best of one, more best of twos and over. Is that you can look at how teams are doing for the day and connect it to your other matches. And I'll give you an example of how this could be done. Now, Cloud9 should lose to Envious. Envious should take two maps from Cloud9. If Cloud9 take at least one map from Envious, or get close, 16-14, or it could be 16-10, or close. If Cloud9 gets close, then that means they're having a pretty good day, because Envious is just really good and will shut down Cloud9 no matter what. Cloud9 is having a good day, so then you go down and you look at the other matches Cloud9 is having, which tomorrow would be Titan, and you wait. You see Titans playing Cloud9, and you go up and you look at Titan, and you want to watch Titan's match versus VP. Now, if Titan gets demolished by VP 2-0s them, and it's not even close, it's 16-5, 16-4, or even less than that, then you should definitely bet on Cloud9, because that just shows that Titan's having a bad day and Cloud9 is having a good day, and Cloud9 will probably win this matchup. That's the type of things you have to do when you are looking into any games. If you guys want to research games on your own and see what other people's opinions are besides mine, I would say a great place to go is, do not go to the CS Lounge discussion. It's filled with trash, and you should never listen to people in there. Go to the CSGO betting subreddit, and there are a lot of knowledgeable people on there that post stats and charts. HLTV is another good site. Go ahead, go on there, research your matches on your own. You can take my predictions with a grain of salt. I'm not responsible for any money lost, and I wish you guys the best of luck on your betting. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you want this a daily series. Thank you guys for watching. This is the Beast is Loose, and I'll see you guys in the next video.